Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Manifest the Rest with me, Svetlana. So, we are doing a little rebrand, not of the podcast, don't worry, but of my manifestation process. So, some identity shift that I've had is that I'm so lucky. Truthfully, I did an episode on lucky girl syndrome and how that is a choice. It is. You choose to be lucky or you don't, and then you find evidence of that. Now, that's not something that I always felt or believed. I didn't always think I was lucky. And then I shifted that through all of this work, and now I truly identify as the luckiest person like alive. I do. And anytime something isn't going well or the way that I want it to, I just remind myself, you know what? Everything's working out for me. I am so lucky. I'm the luckiest girl alive. I can't believe all the things that keep coming into my life. And it just, I mean, I'm smiling right now as I say this. So, this is just a self-identity rebrand. Maybe I should have started off that way to not confuse you. We're not changing the podcast cover yet. We're not changing anything like that. But my approach to manifestation is going to be tweaking a little bit. So, if you want to get on this same vibe, get in the energy of you're the luckiest person alive, then come join my world because we're all the luckiest people alive over here. And I want you to feel this way. I didn't always feel this way. So I know it's possible. I'm telling you, it's possible to shift to feel this way. And the way that you can start is by joining my free workshop. All right, I'm doing a free workshop starting on Monday. So whenever you're listening to it, just a couple of days from the moment that I'm recording this, but we start on July 14th. And this is absolutely no pressure. I'm calling it the Manifesting Your Dream Life Workshop Challenge. So a little bit of a mouthful, but what we're doing is we're learning how to step into this lucky girl energy, how to shift into this mindset, this place where you truly believe that you can create the reality of your dreams. So every day I'm sending you guys a short 5 to 10 minute video. I will do my best to keep them short, but I can talk for hours about this stuff, of course. And there's no pressure. There's no Zooms. You don't have to join any live calls. I'm going to send you one step of my manifestation process of how I've shifted into this lucky girl energy. One step every day, one tool, one prompt, one modality, something to actually implement what I'm talking about in each video. So by the end of the week, you're going to see massive shifts. You're going to feel like a different person and you're going to have everything that you need to start living your dream life. Okay? So you don't want to miss that. The link's going to be in my bio, of course. And then you can also DM me if you have any questions and I'll see you guys in there. You don't want to miss this. Okay, so that's that. And now let's talk about something really fun. This idea popped into my head this morning when I was making my coffee, and I felt like I had to share. If you know me, one of the first words that you would probably think about is Starbucks, at least coffee at the minimum. But I have been a Starbucks loyalist since I started drinking coffee. I started drinking coffee at Starbucks in college, in high school. And I love Starbucks, don't get me wrong, but I have stopped. I have stopped going to Starbucks. And the reason why is not going to be what you're thinking at the top of your mind. All right. It has to do with my mindset. So it was fine. I love going to Starbucks. People always told me that I'm wasting my money. It's like almost annoying when I hear this because it is such a common cliche of like, you know what, cut the Starbucks to save your money if you want to be rich. And I'm sorry, but your $5 coffee is not going to make or break your bank account. It's not. I understand the reasoning behind this is about building habits and being more responsible with your money. Okay, completely understood. But it's not the coffee. There's other habits that you probably need a tweak. And the reason that I'm so passionate about this coffee is because it changes my entire mood for the day. I love coffee. It's in my blood. I drink it all the time. When I go on my hot girl walk, which I'm rebranding to my lucky girl walk, I feel so good. I go get my coffee. I get out of the house. I go on my walk. That is how I love to start my day. It changes my energy. And people always tell me, just make your coffee at home. You're going to save so much money. Guys, the $5 that I spend on my coffee, That's very minimal, excuse me. There are other things that I needed to stop doing before my coffee, which again puts me in a good mood for the day. I needed to cut back on like Amazon purchases and other random subscriptions and other things, and maybe have like automatic transfers to my savings, things like that. That's what I needed to focus on, not my $5 coffee. You can probably hear and see the anger in my voice because this just blows my mind how people keep focusing so much on the coffee. I don't know why this is such a thing. So the happiness level, again, this is personal. Maybe you can relate. I hope you do, because otherwise I sound crazy. But the coffee made me feel good. I'm telling you, it's about the experience. I always looked forward to my mornings, getting out of the house, talking to the baristas. It was a whole freaking experience, right? Chit-chatting with them, saying good morning. One of them recognized me. I had a usual spot, usual Starbucks. Some places would remember exactly like what I would order because I would get peppermint. Don't judge me. And the reason that I stopped going is because of something so silly. And I'm sharing this with you because it's ridiculous and you might think it's ridiculous, but I'm just being honest because there might be things that don't make sense, but they're going to change things for you. So I found these Amazon sleeves, like the cup holder sleeves for hot coffee. I use it on iced coffee. I wish I had one on me, but I just threw it out. So if you're watching the video, I don't have it, but I will have it in the future. I found these customized sleeves, and my boyfriend and I also have big dreams of opening up a coffee shop, right? I'm gonna own it loud and proud. We're gonna have a coffee shop, and we have a name for it. So what I did was I customized a sleeve with the name of our future coffee shop. And we have a very nice coffee machine, but that wasn't doing it for me. And the nice coffee beans wasn't doing it for me. These sleeves did it for me. And yes, I'm still using plastic cups. Sorry, I do. That's just me. So now I have a whole beautiful morning experience that I'm so excited about when I go to make my coffee. I was getting a little tired of Starbucks, I'm not gonna lie, just because it was kind of like monotonous. I think that's the right word. But I am somebody that, yes, I am a creature of habit, but I also like change and like I just kind of wanted to try something new. So Starbucks wasn't cutting it anymore. I also don't like their new cups. I'm gonna try not to talk about Starbucks like the whole time on this episode. But if you've been there recently, a lot of places now got rid of those clear plastic cups and they use the compostable ones, and I absolutely hate them. So that was a big push for this actually. So sorry, Starbucks, but why'd you do that? I know it's for the planet. Okay, I'm not a hater. I love Earth. Okay, so I got these sleeves and now I have a whole process in the morning. I love my morning routine. I make my coffee, I make my espressos. I have my nugget ice and I have my customized sleeves. So guess what? This is actually a two for one because not only am I pumped about my whole morning coffee making the experience, but also I'm manifesting my future coffee shop because I have the cups, I have the sleeves. I'm ready to go. We're all set up for the coffee shop. We're going to use these same sleeves. I guarantee you. 5, 10 years from now, when we open it up, you're going to see those sleeves. Right. So it's a two for one. Now I'm double manifesting. So this changed my energy for the day again. Now, the reason that I just told you this silly long story is because luxury isn't about the price. I didn't stop going to Starbucks because I wanted to save money. Yes, they increased their prices. So I am saving money now that I make coffee at home, but that wasn't the driving force. When you do things to save money, you're operating from scarcity. This is big when it comes to your money mindset. We cannot look at money as a limited resource, right? Money is energy. We give and we get. We give and we take. We exchange money. We exchange energy for value, for services, for goods. We have to trust that it's going to keep coming back because if we panic every time we give a dollar, we're going to hold on so tight, so desperately. And that does not lead to more abundance. That doesn't lead to abundance at all. It doesn't lead to more money when you're holding on to every single penny, every single dollar. Okay, we have to trust that it's going to come back. And the way that you start building that trust is you start spending responsibly, okay? But you start spending thinking about the exchange, right? I'm not looking at this like, Oh no, like this is $36, that's $70, this is $200. Ah, my bill's gonna be so high. When I spend money, I think of it as like I'm so excited about this purchase. I'm so pumped I'm gonna get this. This is gonna provide me so much value. I'm so excited about this. Now, I do want to bring a very important point here. We're not spending irresponsibly. Yes, I bought my coffee pretty regularly. I am responsible with my money. I am. And I know that I am. I don't need to tell anybody. I don't need to prove that to anybody with my coffee purchases. But I know that if you know that you're not responsible with money and you keep racking up this massive credit card bill every month and you're stressed, we do have to make some adjustments. And there are things that people do. I personally don't. Maybe I'll start called money dates, where maybe once a month you sit down, you review all of your finances, you make a plan, you kind of make it fun so it's not stressful. You like maybe get some nice coffee, make a yummy coffee, sit down, maybe light a candle, get some music, and start going through your finances. We're respecting money here. You're respecting yourself and money because you don't want to throw money away and be wasteful. You want to respect it, right? So you're gonna figure out, okay, where am I just throwing money out the window? Where am I being irresponsible? Where am I not actually getting the value from it? Even your bills, I know the bills are stressful, but when you look at your bills, you get your bills, be grateful that you were able to have electricity this month, Wi-Fi this month, pay for your car, fix your car because you need it to drive. You want to make sure your car is safe. That's how we start reframing and start shifting from the lack, from the stress into this relaxed, calm, neutral place around money and start attracting more of it. So try out money dates. Maybe I'll try it as well. I hear this a lot from a lot of people in the mindset space, manifestation space. I'm sure even financial like podcasts tell you to do this. I'm sure they do, right? Have those check-ins with your money, but make it a whole vibe. It doesn't have to be this stressful experience like you're meeting with your accountant. Okay, so we have to be responsible with our money, right? That's why I always want to emphasize this because people say like, oh, like, who are you to talk about money mindset when you're wasting money on Starbucks? My energy, the energy around the money that I spend is so important, so valuable. I felt so good every single morning. I knew that I was responsible. I made changes in other areas of my life. And when you think about your future and you think about all the money that you want to manifest, you're going to be responsible with it. Maybe you are going to get coffee every morning. I don't know. But you're also not going to spend wildly and ridiculously and overspend and put yourself in debt. That's not the intention. That's not how you got to like hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's not how you got to the $1 million status, the $1 billion status, right? Whatever your money goals are. You don't get there by putting yourself into debt. You don't get there by being irresponsible. You get there by organizing your finances. You get there by respecting your money. You get there by exchanging money for value, whatever that may be to you. So again, for me, it was coffee. But I peeled back this habit because I found a deeper version underneath. I found something that actually feels even better, something new, something that re-sparked my morning. Right now, I have more creativity, more intention, more play because I'm thinking about my future coffee shop. So I'm doing this from joy, is the emphasis that I'm making here. I made this change. I stopped going to Starbucks because I found something that's even more fun that changes my energy in the morning. And as a byproduct, I am saving money, but that is by no means the reason that I stopped. It was something as silly as these customized sleeves. And I'm going to drop a link in the show notes for this customization if you want to try it too, because it's so fun. Okay. So I stopped because I wanted more. I wanted something more. I wanted to feel more energy, more excitement in the morning. Not because I felt bad about spending $5 on coffee. No, this was my decision, my expression. It wasn't a sacrifice. When we make sacrifice, that's what leads to more scarcity. I feel like the opposite. I didn't sacrifice anything. If I want to go to Starbucks, I'll go to Starbucks, but I don't want to because I love my new coffee, my new coffee experience. Okay. Manifestation is all about creating a life that you're obsessed with. And if you haven't gotten this from the way that I'm talking about my new coffee experience, I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with my morning routine. And that's what manifesting your dream life is all about. Tiny intentional choices that make you feel good. Because when you feel good, you can give more to others. People feed off of your energy. They feel that, they get inspired by it. And honestly, I'm so proud that I didn't stop going to Starbucks because everybody told me that you should stop going, save $5 a day. You're being irresponsible. No, I know what I want to do. I know what I'm gonna do. I know that I'm a responsible person. I know that I'm going to manifest the life of my dreams because I already am. And I do that by sparking joy every single day, by finding joy in the little things, by romanticizing things, not by sacrificing, not by doing things that other people tell me to do, not by just being productive. No, I do it with intention. I do it by romanticizing the small things, by finding things to make the little things more fun, more exciting. Why do you think I blast Disney music when I'm cleaning the house? Or actually, in the morning, I listen to either Disney, Hannah Montana's been a vibe, or just like empowering music. I do it because it sets an intention for the day, it sets my tone for the day. So I want you to start asking yourself, where in life are you still doing things out of habit, not intention? Right? Starbucks was my habit, but there was an intention behind it. Once I lost that intention, once I lost that spark, I wanted to make a change. And then the sleeves fell into my lap, right? They changed the cups. And now I found the sleeves. And now I have the spark back. God, I'm really making this. This is the point, though, guys. We're romanticizing the silly small things. This is how you make your life incredible and so much fun. Find ways to make those small things fun. Find fun ways to be more responsible with your finances. Set up money dates that are fun, that are a whole vibe. Maybe go to a coffee shop. Maybe dedicate this one cafe as your money date cafe. This is your money shop. And then figure out ways to maybe like look at it more respectfully. You need to respect money. You got to respect everything in life. If it sounds silly to you, then you're not getting it. You're not getting that we got to respect our energy. You do. You have to respect yourself. You have to prioritize yourself, take care of yourself. You as you need to with everything in your life, all of your things. You respect your things, your phone. You don't go throwing it, I hope, everywhere. Your computer, your laptop, your car. You don't just go bashing it into poles left and right. No, you're careful with it. You go get it inspected. You go to the car wash. You take care of your things because it's a part of you. It's your energy. How you treat things is how you treat everything. And I want you to treat yourself and all the things around you and money and other people, of course, and other things with respect, with joy, with this energy that you want in return. Because what you give, you get back. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying give money so that you expect it back. No, we're not expecting anything. This is just how the world works. When you give, you receive. As long as the intention behind it is pure, as long as the intention behind it is kindness and genuine and authentic. Okay. So I know I went on a couple of tangents here. We talked about my Starbucks journey and how I stopped going. Absolutely crazy, guys. This was a whole identity shift for me, as I'm sure you know if you know me personally. Okay. And then we talked about money mindset. Right? We shifted. Why? What does Starbucks have to do with the money mindset? Because we're not focusing on scarcity. We're not sacrificing things. We're focusing on what is providing you value, what is giving you energy day to day. How can you respect yourself and money more? How can you make things, the day-to-day things more fun, more enjoyable? How can you be more responsible? How does your future self act? The version of you that has all the money that she wants. What does she do? Does she make her coffee at home every day? Or does she go out? Does she put herself in debt and overspend? Or does she have savings? Does she have investments? Does she respect her money? This is such a big thing. I'm going to repeat it again. Guys, whenever you say act as if, And people say, like, oh, well, if I had $1 million, I'd be buying yachts, going on trips every week. No, you wouldn't. Because how you got there wasn't by being irresponsible and ridiculous. Yeah, maybe you splurged a little, as you should, enjoy life, but you were responsible. That's how you build wealth. You do everything with intentionality. If you have a goal and your intention is to save more, then sure, maybe you can cut a few things. Maybe you can cut your coffee, but not if that is going to feel like you're in lack. Not if that's going to feel like a sacrifice and this sucks. Because if that just ruins your day, you're not going to show up. You're not going to show up with the energy that you know you have. And it could be as silly as small as your morning coffee. So I hope you got a lot out of this because honestly, this was brilliant, brilliant information that I'm sharing here. We're not sacrificing. We're doing things with intention. We're responsible with our money. We respect our money and we act like our future selves now and we romanticize the small things. We bring joy into every little thing. All right, I don't know how I kept this sh so short by talking about all these different topics into one, but what I really wanted to focus on was your money mindset and how we want to shift into an abundant mindset, or rather, stay away from that lack, that scarcity mindset around money. And if you relate to the coffee story, then I've got the coffee sleeve link in my bio. But if you want to keep enjoying it, getting on your walks, then by all means do that. All right. So, reminder, if you love the episode, let me know. Share it with somebody that maybe you think needs to hear what I'm talking about. Shift their money mindset. Keep on coffee. I don't know. And make sure you sign up for the workshop that we start in just a few days. You're not going to want to miss it. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.